Well, everyone, there's a great deal of action going on here still. Well, it's starting to quieten down, but the hyenas are getting a little impatient with each other. That lion is eating the head of the unfortunate zebra, which gives it slightly more animation than it actually has. And the hyenas are thinking about coming in to have a go. The rest of the lions to the right-hand side of your picture, they're all satiated to a certain extent. There they all are. Or there's one of them. In fact, the rest are off to the left. They all seem to be pretty sort of done with their meal, and the hyenas getting impatient with each other, doing a bit of social bonding, having a bit of playing around the place. And, well, I think they've had a great and entertaining evening, rather like we have. They're still nervous, though, and they have to be, because, like I say, they're less than half the mass of these lions. And the lions, John, if you can just go to the right there, there's a lion looking rather satisfied there. There she is, left-hand side, the leftmost lion. Having a bit of a clean, there he is, sorry. A bit of a clean, and he was just lying on his back thinking, how pleasant it is to eat zebra of a Wednesday afternoon. Is it Wednesday? No idea what day it is. It's Wednesday, what a good guess. And you can see his belly quite full. And still the hyenas running around here. Oh, one of them stolen something, John, to the right-hand side. There we go. Got a bit of zebra leg. That will be most sought after by his mates. He's taking it right towards the lion. It's particularly stupid of him. Now, let's see if they share. Now, hyenas of a similar rank will often share, but the hyena hierarchy is absolutely established at a sighting. Is established at a feeding site. They fight viciously as lions do. One of the lions is up. Let's have a look there to the right-hand side. There we go. Look, nice full belly, going to have a bit of a snooze, and they'll do a bit of aloe grooming to say no hard feelings for fighting over the zebra. No, it's okay, I understand you were hungry. Yes, and I understand that you were hungry too. Let's have a little mutual licking, and we'll feel better about each other before we try and perhaps hunt again or snooze it up. The rain seems to have stopped. There's still some growling going on though. Just to the right there, Jean-Ray. No, that's not growling, is it? That one is very satisfied. And still the zebra's head. Coming in from the left here, Jean-Ray. Hello, Audrey. You're 12 years old and you say, can we hear the calling of the other zebras now that this one's dead? Audrey, we didn't hear any of that, and I know why you're asking. Probably because you watched that young zebra being killed at Juma a little while back. Look at them playing there. They're all so well fed, everyone. That's why there's no serious fighting going on here. Audrey, we didn't hear any of that, and I think it's just because it's night time. I think perhaps the rest of the herd panicked and just ran away, or even we've seen a number of orphaned young animals here, wildebeest and zebra. Maybe it's an orphan, and maybe it wasn't with a herd, and maybe that's why they didn't call. But throughout the day, even sitting way up at the lodge where we're staying, called KenyaMaraTriangleSafariLive, there you can hear zebra calling at each other. That wah, 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 wah. How's that, Jean-Ray?
Beautiful.
Thank you. Jean-Ray says, beautiful. Anyway, that's what we can hear from the top where we're sitting, and that's the zebra calling at each other. They might not necessarily be alarming at each other, but that's them calling. Let's just have one last look at the lioness. See what she's doing there. All in infrared light. We are, just to keep you posted, every time I say, ooh, Jean-Ray, go left or right, it's not because I can see in the dark with infrared. It's because everything's settled down now, we're casting a very dim sort of white torchlight around the place just to see if there isn't any kind of action going on. That is, yes, that's slightly disconcerting. Look at the size of the lioness's paws compared with the head of that zebra. So everybody, if you are feeling a bit sensitive, I'm sorry about that. That zebra, obviously, I know you can see its eyes, but clearly it's not feeling any kind of pain. And if this is a little bit disgusting for you, I'm sorry. But this is what happens. This is the raw savagery, awe-inspiring as it is, of the African wilderness. And that zebra, I promise you, wouldn't have felt a thing. They just would have suddenly thought, oh, there's something amiss here, and then ba-bum, and would have been smacked by all 6 of these lions. Just look at the size of her paw there, everybody. That's about the same size, well, a little bit smaller than my hand. And you can hear the crunching there. And you can also probably hear that the rain has stopped. And interestingly, not quite the same frog noises that you were getting there at Djuma. Brilliant. Let's have one last look at the hyenas, off to the left and to the right. And then I think we'll probably call it quits for the evening.